You guys have been asking for more YouTube content from me for quite a while, and I've been saying over and over that I'm going to be doing more beat making videos, I'm going to be doing more this, I'm going to be doing more that, and honestly, it's not that I just haven't been wanting to, but it's just really hard when I offer so many different services. As you guys know, I do so many different things that the time to do it can get difficult, but we in there, baby.
SuperStar.
What's going on, everybody? This is Superstar O here, and thank you once again for tuning in and watching the channel. Like I said in the intro, my YouTube needs more content. I am now on the grind. That is one of the goals. I'm always on the grind, but I'm on this YouTube more. I want to build it up. I want to push it up. Of course, it's always had content, but a lot of it has been, just the beats and the demonstrations for IndustryKits.com, which is cool, but we want to make this something better. I've been hearing your guys' pleas saying, hey, we want more content from you. We want to see the studio more. We want to see everything, dude. Like, let's, beat making videos and everything, so we're getting to it. One of the things that I'm going to be doing is a Q&A. I don't know how often I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it pretty often, I think, and maybe even as often as once a week, once every 2 weeks. I'm not too sure, but this is one of the first ones starting off the series. Alright, so I went on Snapchat, Instagram, everywhere, and I asked people, send me in questions that you would like to know an answer for, and I'm going to be doing this Q&A. So we're going to get back to 5 of them right now. Many people sent in stuff. Many people were good questions. I'm going to save some of those for later videos and later Q&As, but right now we're going to go through 5 Q&A questions. Alright, so first up we've got a question from, what was the name here? Larceny7. And they said, how many different sounds to make a beat sound full? Now they're basically saying, how many sounds does it take until, a lot of producers get this question. I get this question a lot. They say, how many sounds does it take in order for your beat to sound full? In order for it to be fully done, in order for, everything to be complete. Now, that question is a hard question to answer because it really depends. In today's music, you could literally have 7 tracks in your beat and it could be a smash, dude. You could have the kick, the drum, the 808, the snare, a couple perks, or like a hi-hat, a synth, you know what I mean? Like maybe 8 sounds in it, vocal, whatever, and it could be a banger. But you could also have up to 20, up to 30. It could go on and on and on. It really depends on what those sounds are in it, how big different ones are, how small different ones are, what's working well together. Basically, you as a producer are going to get to a point where you will know when your beat is done, and you'll know, okay, this shit is done, this shit is complete, this shit is banging how it is. It might take you some time to get to that, but don't worry, you'll get there. Next up, we've got a new question, and this is from Panda Negro. I ain't making this up. His name is Panda. Man, you can't see it, man. Alright, so Panda Negro said, I got one question. When you sell the rights to your beat to someone, you can no longer use that beat, like post it on YouTube or something like that, because there's a lot of, what? Alright, so he was saying basically he sees that a lot of people on YouTube sell their beats and they'll say they're marked as sold, or he'll go to the website and see it's no longer there, so it's sold, but they still have it posted. Why are they able to do that? Why do they do that? And what's the deal with that? So, for me, every producer is different. For me, I have a clause actually in my exclusive rights contract which states that I, of course, have to take the beat down from sale for anywhere where it actually can be purchased, such as my website, because there's a buy now button and stuff. But it says, for example, i.e. YouTube, I am allowed to keep it up because of the reasons of the fact that that is a part of my channel and is one video that is holding my channel up. Your beat video might have tons of views and comments and likes, people that like to just come and watch that beat and just listen to it while they do homework or while they work or whatever on a weekly basis. Who knows? And if you take that away, that's just making your channel come down that much further. So that's what I have in a clause. If you want to protect yourself like I do, you should put that as a clause in your contract. And then if they ask you about it, you just tell them like that. And they're like, oh, okay, I understand it. I got it. Next up, we got one from J. Brindis, and they said, how do you start your beats? What's your inspiration going into a session? Okay, so how do I start my beats? Usually I start my beats with my chords. I like to start with chords just because you have all the main, the keys, the main chords down. Then you build off that with leads. Then I add some drums. Then I go back with more synths and leads or whatever. Then I add like perks and stuff, more drums. Then I usually do my bass close to last. and then I go through and I mix it all. But sometimes I do it different. Sometimes I start with drums. Sometimes I start with a little random ass sound that I find or something, which is one of the videos that's about to be coming up. Nah. Anyway, but yeah, so it just depends. You can start up a beat any way that you want. It does not matter as long as that shit ends up banging once it's done. Alright, so now for these last two questions, shit gets a little real. These are some serious life questions. I wanted to end this video as well with some serious life questions. So shit's gonna get a little real here, which is good for everybody. This question comes from Kodo.Cole. And he said, what pushes you to keep putting out new shit and grinding? I'm gonna say, first off, there's a lot of stuff that keeps me pushing and grinding. For one, I just love music. I love it. When I first started doing music and producing music, I was an artist before that too. I was always doing music as a passion. Never thought any of this was going to be possible. Never even thought, I knew it was of course possible, but I never thought that it would actually happen. I just love doing it. And doing it, I grew up really rough, really poor before this. I've been homeless, literally living outside, sleeping outside, when the shelters would close down, just me and my mom outside sometimes, or living in the homeless shelters, the Salvation Army, whatever. And that shit's not fun, man. That shit's not fun at all. And also, God bless my mom, nothing on her, she's fine now, but also growing up until I was about 19 or so, she had a terrible alcohol problem. From the time she woke up to the time she slept, and it was just nonstop stress. And that was just extremely hard. So basically, one of the biggest inspirations, to be real with you, besides the love and the passion for the music and the connecting and the talking with other people that are passionate about what I'm passionate about, which is amazing, an amazing thing, is that I never want to go back to that, man. I'm going to just keep it all the way real. I never want to go be broke again like that, be homeless, be poor. It's not no fun, man. It's not. Of course it's not. But that's one of the main things. And that's definitely one. And then to wrap this up, we have one last Q&A question. We got one left. All right, this one is from Rob3RTS18. I guess that means Robert's 18. And he said, on some real shit, what do you think life is all about, and what is one thing you feel like or feel like everyone should experience before they die? So, okay, let's go ahead and execute this in two different answers. The first part, what do you think life is all about? Now, this is a serious question. To me, this is something you really can't answer. Life is about so many different things, right? And it's also going to be all about, like, your main focus on life. It's going to be different for different people. For instance, we're musicians. We're very passionate about music. Life could be all about music for us. You know what I mean? Some people might be a cook. They might be... I don't know why I just did that, but they might be super into cooking and food, right? So they cook, man, and they're all, life for them is all about food. They want to travel the world and taste all the food and go ham on the food, baby. But yeah, but one thing I will say that I think life is all about, though, in humanity, is one thing that I believe, especially for me, is it's also all about living, man, making memories, making good times, living this life. We only live one life as far as we remember and as far as we can know and as far as back as we can remember. It might be multiple ones, but we don't remember them. So making the one that we live right now count. Making the memories, making it, motivating other people, inspiring other people, leaving your mark on this planet once it's all done and you're gone, leaving your mark on it. Not saying you got to leave as a legend and be known as, Mark Zuckerberg or something, because only so many people, honestly, are going to be able to do that. Any of us could do that. We all have that potential. But in all realism, only a very small select people are going to be leave that big of a mark. But we can all leave some type of a mark, whether that's leaving something behind for your family, grinding all your life and leaving them some shit, or inspiring so many other people around you. And once you do stuff like that, you're never forgotten. You know what I mean? For generations, you could be remembered. It could be anything, but just leaving your mark on the planet, building a homeless shelter somewhere in your city, or volunteering or something, just impacting lives. You could do anything, right? But I believe that that's one thing that life is definitely all about, and that's about leaving your mark once you're gone, and while you're here, making every second count. And then the last part of this question is, what do you think everybody should experience at least once before they die? On a real note, love. and sex. All right, no, on some real shit. Sex for real. You definitely should. But on the real note is love. And love, I mean, just people. It doesn't have to be love as in a significant other. That's you should also do that. But not everybody might be able to do that, sadly. But at least love from a family member, from friends, like true love, where it's like me and this person or these people are love. Sadly, a lot of people don't get that, man. I mean, there's literally, to talk about my mom one more time, she grew up very, very hard. God bless her mom's soul, and hopefully she's been forgiven for everything and that she's fine now because she had mental problems. So a lot of that wasn't her fault, but she was real crazy. Just did not care at all about my mom and her sister, and they just lived crazy. The dad was already gone. They had no love, really. They grew up with no love. And they had, little friends and stuff like that, but it wasn't like no serious stuff. And then, thankfully now, that's another thing that inspires me. So I want to just keep grinding, keep working, make sure that my mom can live the rest of her life without any more fears or any more drama and thinking of, our life used to be just living day to day and then knowing that one of these days an eviction notice was going to be on the door. I don't want that, man. But yeah, that went back to another question. But love, man. Love is definitely one thing everybody should experience in their lifetime. And if you see somebody that has not experienced that yet, maybe you should volunteer and try to give them some love. I know I try to do it. It kills me too. You go to like an old folks home or something like that where there's older people, and you'll hear the stories of like older people that nobody ever visits them. They got their kids never come, or they just have no family, and they just sitting in there, man. That shit is sad. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, and that is the end of this Q&A video. I will catch you guys on the next one. Please make sure to subscribe and share this video with everybody that you know that can enjoy it. Let's just boost this, pick the damn YouTube channel up, and fucking carry it on our backs and get this shit jumping. Alright, peace out.